3 years have passed since the marriage between Meg and John Brooke have been decided. The war is over and Mr. Match is back home and is a minister of a small parish. The five women rule the house and Mr. Match is always there to support and guide them. John Brooke has been working hard to have a home for Meg and has started working as a bookkeeper. Aunt Madge takes fancy to Amy and she stays with her. Jo has devoted herself to literature and her stories often get published now. Meg has been learning the duties of a wife and Beth, weakened by the fever, enjoys the duties that she loves. Laurie, meanwhile, has been attending college according to the wishes of his grandfather. Dovecote is a house that John Brooke prepares for Meg. It is a small house with a little garden behind it and a lawn in the front. Mrs. March, along with her daughters, examines the house. Meg loves it. In chapter number 14, it is Meg's wedding day. She does not want a fashionable wedding but insists that her family should be around. 3 years have brought subtle changes in the girls. Jo has learned to carry herself with ease, if not grace. Beth has grown slender and pale, and there is a shadow of pain in her eyes. Amy at 16 has grown up to be a lady. The wedding is a low-key affair. The bride is welcoming the guests while the groom is making sure that no decoration is amiss. The ceremony itself is quiet. The bridegroom is nervous, but the bride is confident about the journey she is embarking on. After the wedding, everyone blesses the new couple and soon they go quietly to their new home. In chapter number 15, the highlights. In time, Jo's writings start appearing in the newspapers once she gets an idea for her new story when she visits a lecture. It is also there that she learns about a contest where the winner will get $100 prize for writing a sensational story. Once at home, Jo busies herself in writing a story and dispatches it without telling anyone about it. 6 weeks pass by before the result is out. One day, a letter comes with a check for $100 in it. With the letter in one hand and the check in the other, she goes to her family and tells them how she has won the contest and the prize. A great celebration takes place. Later, Jo declares that she wants Beth and Mother to go to the seaside for a month using the prize money. On their return, Beth certainly looks better, and Mrs. March says that she feels 10 years younger. Jo wins more checks for her stories and she is happy, though her father says that she can write better. Finally, Jo has her novel published and gets $300 for it. She is in a state of bewilderment from which she takes some time to recover. In the 16th chapter, Meg begins her married life with a determination to be a model housekeeper. She does everything with lots of love, happiness, and energy. The young couple is happy. In no time, the house becomes a home. A year passes by, and the young couple are in for a new experience. One day, Laurie sneaks into Dovecote, meets Hannah, and asks her how the young mother is doing. She asks him to wait in the parlor while she calls the family down. Soon, Jo comes down holding a flannel bundle and asks Laurie to close his eyes and hold out his arms. After some protest, he does as he is instructed. Something is placed in his arms and she opens his eyes only when she hears laughter. Everyone is in the parlor and they are amused. Laurie looks down at the arms and sees that he is holding not one but two babies. Seeing his expression, everyone laughs. Jo soon rescues him and holds the babies, one in each arm. The babies are named Daisy and Demijohn. The family is delighted and are unable to disguise their happiness. In chapter 17, after some time, Jo and Amy are going to meet Aunt March. Jo compliments Amy, saying that she is graceful and always ready to do anything to please people. Amy replies that poor girls should learn to be agreeable. When the girls reach Aunt March's house, they find her sitting with Aunt Carol. Seeing them, the two old ladies cease their conversation. It is evident that they were talking about their nieces. Both the aunts find Amy very agreeable and charming, while Joe's blunt manners are disliked by them. A week later, they receive a message from Aunt Carol where she wants Amy to accompany her on her trip abroad next month. Jo is devastated. She has counted on her aunt to take her on this trip. Mommy reminds Jo that it is partly her own fault. She should not have shown her independent spirit to her aunt. Preparations for Amy's journey begin at once. A week later, she is on a steamer with Aunt Carol. In chapter number 18, you have the chapter highlights here for you. Amy keeps her family posted about her adventures. However, Mrs. March is worried about Beth. She has become quieter and there is something on her mind which she is keeping to herself. She asks Joe to talk to Beth. One day, while Joe is writing another story, Beth comes and sits beside the window. Joe observes Beth from time to time and realizes that her sister has gone quiet and she is dispirited. Suddenly, someone passes by the window and greets an acquaintance. Beth smiles, seeing him, and remarks how healthy that boy is. The next moment, the smile vanishes, and Joe has a sudden realization that Beth is in love with Laurie. Joe knows that though Laurie flirts with Amy and jokes with her, he is particularly kind to Beth. That evening, when Laurie comes over, Joe observes that Beth is very quiet and Laurie compassionate towards her. Later that night, Jo is lying in her bed thinking when she hears a sob. At once she goes to Beth. Jo asks Beth what is hurting her, but she says that she will tell her about it when it is time. Jo assures Beth that she can confide when she wants in either mother or herself. Next day, Jo confides in her mother about a project she has been thinking about for some time. She says that she wants to go to New York for some time to learn and explore new things. Mommy is surprised but not displeased. Joe even suggests referring to a telegram that Mommy had received the day before, where Mrs. Kirk had asked for a teacher for her daughters. Joe wants to take the place.